The Birmingham eLearning Foundation, we are about changing the lives of children. We try everything we can to put the right devices in the hands of children on the wrong side of the digital divide. So we do this to increase their life chances and, importantly, to help with their education.
47% of the children in this school receive pupil premium, and therefore this project is a fantastic opportunity for them to have access to internet. Some of the parents in their feedback say that it's having the iPads has really helped the children. It's given them something to be proud of. It's something that they couldn't have afforded without the BeLF input.
The way we do our model is absolutely equitable, which means that every child in the cohort will get a device. We will ask every parent to make a contribution. We know that most will. We know that for various reasons some won't. However, most of the money will come successfully from parents. But there is no connection between the parent payments and the devices going out. It is quite simple, actually. Every child is given a device, and in return for that, we ask for donations.
You'll watch it by yourself.
Well, learning is the key motto in our school, believe to achieve. And so we inspire the children to believe in themselves, and once they believe in themselves, then they can perform at a higher level. Ian McCall came to our school and talked to us about BeLF, and it just seemed ideal. So they helped us with the funding, and then that money would come back to BeLF through the parents' contributions and also through the money that we were adding on from pupil premium.
To sing prepositions, clauses.
All of our projects are built around the one-to-one model. We are absolutely adamant that big gains are to be made by children having unique access and solitary access to the device, both in the school and at home. So these children, they use it in the class for their schoolwork. They will then take it home. It will keep them organized. They'll use it for homework. Now, because of the other things we do as a charity, we're happy for these devices to be used in the home for other things like home shopping, buying insurance, all those sort of things. But primarily, this becomes the educational device for the child, and the child carries it back and forward.
The process for engaging with BeLF is that the schools will phone us up, and we will arrange to go and see somebody from the senior leadership team, usually in the school, and give them the information, and they can talk about how our scheme would work in the context of that school.
One of the things I always suggest is that first thing, don't refer to it as the IT project or the iPad project or the laptop project, because it doesn't have anything to do with technology. It has to do with measurable results. It might be the literacy project or the numeracy project or the parental engagement project, or part of a way for schools to engage better with the community.
Parents' meetings are very interesting meetings, and they do vary between school to school, but there are some key questions that parents always ask. One of the concerns is, if I donate to this project, am I paying for that child's iPad over there? Which of course they're not. Parents will ask if they can donate up front, one lump sum. If they've got an iPad at home, do they need to contribute to the scheme? Parents would need to know that the school needs to configure these in order to work well within a whole class setting.
We actually see parents who are desperate to find ways to support the school, to support their child's education, and sometimes that boils down to something like £10 per month to help pay for iPads. They're most happy that they got the guidance from the school and from us to help them channel their effort into the right thing for their children.
So this is your receipt that you've paid the money.
We give them the option of either paying by cash at the office or by direct debit straight out of the bank account. They normally pay at least once a month. We ask them to pay a basic of at least £10 a month. Some of them opt to pay more so they can get it finished earlier. Some of them even pay a lump sum and pay the whole lot straight off.
The model only works on the basis that every child in the class or in the year group gets an iPad for home and school use. It's an inclusive project. Everybody is equal. So if there are people who have got hardship problems, they have to discuss with us or with the school BeLF asks that everybody pays something, otherwise it's not fair, it's not equitable and it's not inclusive.
Because we don't incur VAT because of the charitable status, and because it's partly funded by the school for good reasons, it is a good deal for everybody. And that's initially important to parents, and that's why they buy in.
Some of our children have low self-esteem. We've got 47% of children on free school meals. And I think that was the greatest satisfaction for me, that some of these children could have access to one of those. One parent said in feedback, we couldn't afford this on our own without BeLF, so they were particularly grateful.
The school then have to purchase the devices, and we can give them assistance with where to purchase devices from, or give them options, and at what sort of price range they should be looking at. And then they will also need to get someone in to set these devices up if they don't have the proper technical support. We will also advise schools on where to look for teacher training, so that there is some baseline across the teaching group, how to use these devices in the classroom.
So we have projects with Windows tablets, we have Android tablets, we have iPads. We always encourage schools that are looking at this to talk to schools that have it up and running, to understand what the baseline requirements are, and then figure out from there what the gap is. And if there is an investment, try and find out what that is in terms of infrastructure.
Yes, we're really thrilled with the results, because the thing is, sometimes you wonder, don't you, when you're embracing something. We wouldn't have done it without BeLF, because just the networking, the support, we couldn't have done without that.
So we have the model that works, we have the model that can roll out relatively easily, but the first thing to do is to find out how it fits with the ethos of your school and what's special about your school and how can we help.
Birmingham eLearning Foundation is a charity, and if we can help you wherever you are, we can be reached at www.belf.org.uk.